Hey guys, I was just bringing you another video. I was digging through my closet and found my old parts, guns, and old stuff we used to use when we first started Airsoft, and just figured I'd like to talk about it just to pass the time. So, yeah, this is the Schmeisser licensed MP40. I had the AGM MP40, but they're practically the same thing. Actually, I can point out the differences right now. Fake Bakelite plastic look. Trademark on the mag. I don't know if you can see that. And the half black and orange tip. That was the only difference. Every problem that occurred with this gun occurred to the AGM MP40. So that's probably why we're not using them anymore. That and the range kind of sucks and the accuracy. I'll get into that. But this thing was revolutionary compared to your standard plastic Springer that would last you like a month if you were lucky. Because these things would you could actually like drop on the ground and they would still work. That was awesome back then. But over time, this gun crapped out like the AGM. But that was just like really cool because we didn't know that airsoft guns were metal at the time. I know that was we used to play paintball and we thought airsoft sucked, and we actually found out you could get metal guns, and yeah, that was really interesting. So we actually decided to try it out, and before you know it, we had two guys with MP40s and two guys with those Cyma 28 AKs. They were pretty exceptional too. And before you know it, we had an airsoft team. And we also had these here. This is what we first started with. Then we had a spring shotgun, then that broke. But I'm just going to get into some details with this. It was great at the time because it had more range and it was more consistent than a Springer, and you could actually, I don't want to say beat it, but you could actually drop it and it would work. It would go off almost all the time. But the main problem with these is when we first had it, we didn't know you needed to buy an extra mag, and we didn't account on full auto draining the mag in like 3 seconds. These mags hold 50 rounds each. We couldn't find any high caps at the time. Now come to learn that there's a company named like Top or SRC that makes high caps, but irrelevant to us now. We'd have to carry around a speed loader and reload these in the middle of getting shot at. That was really interesting. And the mag well sort of crapped out, and the magazines would drop out and you'd have to hold it by the mag. So to fix that, we had to put electrical tape in here, and the mags wouldn't free fall anymore. You would have to hit the button and pull it out with your hand. This is a real bitch. And that was one problem. Then the next problem was this folding stock. It looks great now because there's a crap load of electrical tape on it. This arm actually came apart and it would like go sideways and it started to fall off. So we had to put electrical tape around the skeleton of the stock. That fixed that problem. A little bit of electrical tape will go a long way, I guess. But the range, we started to learn that the AKs had more range than these. And we did not like that because we were getting out a lot more when they learned how to adjust their hop-up. Oh, another great thing about these was the hop-up. That was pretty cool. You could actually change the direction of your BBs instead of compensating. Anyway, the AKs had way more range than these did, so we wanted to upgrade. And before you know it, I had a Cyma Thompson, or a Cybergun Thompson. And that was actually pretty kick-ass. Had a drum on it and everything. Oh my god, I love that thing. But anyway, the problem we found out was they could upgrade their AKs too. Like they could put like new bodies on them, drums, rails, and all that cool stuff. And we were just stuck with that. That's what you get right there, what you're looking at. Since it's a World War II gun, there really isn't much room for improvement. I'm not trying to discredit World War II guns. I really like them. They're cool and all, but we didn't have any high cap mags, and they all had high cap mags. We didn't have rails. We didn't have like threaded muzzles to put cool silencers on there. You really couldn't do anything to it. And I like to upgrade and spend money on this stuff, so I got bored of it. So I got the Thompson. Really, I didn't upgrade that much. I put a wood stock on it, a real wood stock, and a drum. That was as much upgrading as I was going to do with that. But I mean, if you wanted to, you could really put new parts in here, but it'd be a real pain in the ass. I thought this thing was a fucker to disassemble, but it lasted for a good 2 years, and this happened. That actually didn't happen to the AGM MP40, but the stock problem in the magwell and the hop up crapping out and the range only getting a good 20 yards was same thing. So we 2 years ago we got into the nice AEGs like this one right here. We found out that there were several advantages in going to nice AEGs. Yeah, that's being very generic, but we found out, hey, these are really cool. They're metal, they're going to work, and you can upgrade them, and you can make them look different. Well, this one's pretty plain Jane, but this one had a threaded muzzle, we had a silencer on it, you could mount a red dot on here, had way more range, we were having way more fun, but the price is pretty hard to start off as a beginner, because I'm sure any beginner didn't start with a brand new G&G M16. They probably started with something like that, then moved up to a mid-grade AEG that wasn't that great, and then moved up to this, or something of that nature of higher quality. But yeah, we found out that this thing could reach out and touch you at like 45, 50 yards. It's not an exaggeration, well, with a slight adjustment of the hop up. That was pretty cool, but now I've moved on. I still use this, I love it. Now I have that beast over there. There's a few videos on that. But anyway, leave in the comments how you started Airsoft, what you started with, what guns you've gone through. We'd really like that. And we'd really like some subscriptions. We're a brand new YouTube channel, and we need all the subscribers we can get. Don't mind the lack of editing, because we need to find a better way to get videos on here rather than using my iPod Touch. Thank you, and see y'all soon.